wanted was that how many of you are from 95? We could possibly get introduced to you all. And some of the key office bearers here from the SAC side. And some of the key leaders, at least few of us should get used to each other.
Yeah, so that was my next agenda. So after this, I'm going to just, I believe few people are from 95 batch are there. So guys, if you can shout out who all is there. I can see Basant, I can see Akhleshwar. Deepak is there.
I'm also here. With
Sudhir is there.
Sudhir. Yeah, welcome.
Hello, everyone. This is Deepak. Mukul Shukla ji, sir. Hello.
Hi, Deepak. Yes. We super excited for 95 more so.
Yes, I mean, we were looking forward to our 25th year, and then COVID happened, and we've just been locked down. So look forward to doing this next year, in college.
Definitely.
And just a little bit. So I think you basically wanted an introduction for the 95 people on the call, right?
Yes.
So I'm from the electronics branch, and currently in New York. Been here for about upwards of 20 years now, and it's been a long, interesting journey, and look forward to coming over next year.
Brilliant. Welcome.
Thank you.
We have Sudhir.
Yeah, Mukul sir. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, so I'm Sudhir Pandey, mechanical 1995 batch. I'm based in London for around 14 years now. So yeah, I was also excited earlier, but now is all the excitement is very short-lived because of COVID. So looking forward for next year now to be in college. I've been to college a couple of times after 95. I've seen the new building as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Sudhir.
Yeah, I'm not switching on my camera because I have to look at parallel windows because unfortunately this account is not allowing me to switch between number of users which I need to accept. I do not know whether others can also accept it.
You have to make others host.
Yeah.
Rohit, you can make me host. Rohit, you can make me host so that you can
make host.
Focus on that's possible.
Yes, I've made you host.
Yeah, okay, that's done.
Yeah, Rohit, so you go the way you want, because time I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So just go ahead.
Yeah. So what we are going to do today is because it's a parallel. I said we'll not be able to. So I think it's basically main thing is about to hear from students. So basically, just to give a brief about what we are. As we mentioned it across, we are from 95 batch has started something called MNIT Alumni Excellence Foundation, which is targeting towards achieving MNIT towards its technical excellence. So in December, we visited college, met Mukul sir, met directors, different HOD, and then proposed a trust with a complete ownership from alumni, which will look into improving NIRF ranking, which will look at employability of students, improving Alumni Connect, launching some awards, scholarship trophies. There will be, just like any other trust account, this will be financially audited. And then the unique thing about this particular trust will be that we want to work directly with the students and then MA administration. Basically, we don't want to. Basically there are other trusts like Apne Moti, like basically Mark, which works purely independent. But we want to work with basically students and MA only. And the reason for basically having a separate trust is just wanted to eliminate administrative delay. And when we made our presentation, college administration was basically supportive. So this is our December 2019 visit, where we 5 of us visited. It's Archana, Abhi, Vikas Abhi, Naveen Roy, and myself. You can see myself in a cycle, basically holding a cycle over there. Then we had a presentation from various technical clubs. We went into non-technical clubs also. We made our presentation. We looked into various things. So one of the things which we decided to strengthen across is, can we do something for basically technical clubs? The reason why we want to do something for technical clubs is because while being in technical clubs, it improves your employability. It gives you real technical exposure. When we were graduating, like if we study IC engine, we would have never made any engine, a running engine or an on, or like even brakes. So while it was extremely pleasant to see people making engines over there, and if we do some equipment needs to students, it's not like equipment will be used for 1 year, it could be used for multiple years. The other thing which we found interesting thing about is this is more driven by the student itself, supported by a couple of faculties, but and I'm seeing very high attendance on these classes, primarily run by final year students. And overall, I was given a count of about 1,000 people among basically 4,000 people which are inducted in our college are associated to one or another technical club. So if we help them, we will be touching across 1,000 clubs. So what we have done in October 2020, there was a little delay because of COVID. We opened our trust. It has no financial linkage to MAA, but we continue to work with them. Like I'm basically regular in touch with the Professor Mukul Shukla sir, and one of my batch, our batchmate Vandana Agrawal is also a secretary over there. And other unique thing which we have done it across is all requirements of clubs we want to validate through the previous students, previous clubs. So I can see a couple of previous presidents have already joined in. So they will be part of the validation committee related to selection of equipments. We plan to dispatch the first set of instruments by Q1 of 2021. And in case anybody wants to launch a direct beneficiary fund or an award, we want to do a direct transfer to club account or basically students account. We are yet to launch a website and a social media account which will have all of those details. Once those details are available, people will get to know each and every progress or every donation which people have made. As mentioned it across, is we want to work, the aim of this trust is to want to work with the student of alumni affairs and then MA elected members. We don't want to be purely independent. The other thing which is very interesting, which we are not going to talk about today is, but I think people should look into it. This is the first time ever you will get an opportunity to launch a named award in your loved one or a sponsorship without signing an MOU. Currently, if you want to launch anything, if you go to, I'm not talking about just the Motilal itself, you can go to any other college, even to IITs. Everybody has to donate a pretty large amount. I think in IIT is about 5 to 10 lakh rupees to launch something in your near dear ones. So in this way, because it's an external fund, you can launch it in a basically small amount itself, basically as low as 20,000 or 30,000 rupees. You can launch basically a program. And basically program could be, which you see in the second and third bullet point, like say you can say XYZ Memorial Scholarship or Award for excellence in XYY activities. This will be validated by, again, basically, it will be basically validated by college administration, whether this particular award can be given or not, or it could be administered or not. And once it is done, details will be uploaded on our website, and then people can apply for it. Same will apply for basically sports trophy. Let's assume somebody wants to say that I want to organize a basketball tournament. It is possible basically to do that. And then, as again mentioned, it's each and every award. So basically, this is an optional thing, which basically people can look at into it. These are the basically details of the account in which people can donate. And we have also created an email where basically people can post their queries. Donation is currently because this is a trust account, we have not got an FCRA approval. So donation is accepted only in Indian rupees account. If NRI and foreigners can, if they want to donate, they can route it through their family and friends account. So, so for this, I will like to, so basically that's a basically short presentation, which I made about a 4-slide presentation just to talk about our alumni foundation, which we have created. So first I would like to thank Mukul sir for basically arranging this, for basically taking the first initiative. Then basically I spoke to Ramji sir, and then Rajesh Gupta, and then he introduced us to students. So I will like, from here I want to basically pass across to students. Sushant, you want to take over? So Sushant is so the first time ever, I think in Motilal history, we have a student of alumni affairs, and this was our request before we launched any such kind of thing. So fortunately, college has accepted our request, and we have a Sushant Yadav, who is basically head of alumni affairs, and he will be taking us through these presentations. Sushant,
thank you so much, sir. First of all, very good evening to one and all. First of all, I would like to greet all my respected professors, my seniors. As Rohit sir has already told about the agenda for today, so I won't take too much time. To start the session with the Aero Club, I would like to introduce about Aero Club. Aero Club is a congregation of students enthusiastic about aero modeling and astronomy. It was properly established in the year 2018, and in the beginning of this year, it was expanded to include the newly formed Astro Wing. A diverse bunch with no branch restrictions and flexible authority, the club is currently represented today by Mr. Archit Chaudhary, final year mechanical engineering student, who is also the current club president. So, Archit, please start your presentation.
I thank you, Sushant, and I also thank you, Mr. Rohit Garg. To the citizens of the world, good morning, evening, and afternoon. Myself, Archit Chaudhary, BTech Mechanical Engineering final year. I'm here to represent Aero Club and its offshoot Astro Club as the club president. As my colleague has already mentioned, the club was established in 2018, and in January 2020, Astro Club became officially a wing within the club. Aero modeling has been a mainstay of our tech fest for a long time. However, in 2018, under the guidance of our senior, Mr. Kishan Tiwari, the club proper was established. The aim, to turn a month-long effort in scoring a position in Avishkar events into a more meaningful and useful activity. Then in 2020, under the guidance of our seniors, Mr. Shrey Dikshit and Mr. Aman Sharma, among others, Astro Club was established. The objective of the club, as we can see on the slide, is that the technical education that is not being imparted in the classrooms and the kind of passion that people have for aero modeling and other things, we are trying to help them find that passion. And what we are trying through Astro Club is to initiate people, those who want to progress into physics in grad schools and later in the future, they get a jumping off platform. Next slide, please. Next is the club room. We have been allotted a club room by SAC. I'm sorry. And this is the boys hostel club room where all the boys can work. And there's one more which is allotted to us where boys and girls together can work if they're on the same project. Next slide.
So basically, this area is next to TV room. If you basically guys can recollect it.
Yes. Annual club activities in a relatively normal year. We have Avishkar. There are classes for the event, and then there are classes for particular projects that people are involved in. We take classes and try to guide them through them. Then there are workshops that we organize for our students as well as for some colleges that want to that visit our own college during these events or projects or competitions. And then there is a ProSang, which is established in 2019, which is our tech fest only for the technical clubs. As in, there is no interference from branches and other events that happen during Avishkar. And then there are competitions. Next. Though this is not a normal year, so in this COVID-stricken time, the online semester has gone on in this manner that on MS Teams, are all the students, the second years and the newly arrived first years, they are connected to us on MS Teams, and we take classes for whatever event or whatever project that we are currently that is being currently done under the club. So this time around, through second year and third year, we had 50 or 60 plus participants for the competitions that were organized in Avishkar, and now we are moving towards the projects as well. We are trying to provide them with reference materials, and we are also taking classes in case they have any problems. So just to stoke the fire in them. Next, a brief talk about ProSang. ProSang was established in 2019, as I already said, and it was conducted this year as well. In ProSang, basically this is only for the technical clubs where there are exhibitions, there are certain competitions. We get talks from various venerated personals in their respective fields. And then we also organize workshops, which is also a source of income for the club for its various activities. Next slide, please. I want to focus mainly on astronomy for the workshop because this is the newer wing that we have established, and we had the opportunity to have a particular workshop going on through which many first years and second years were acquainted with the use of telescopes and how we view the night sky, the craters on the moon, and how do we analyze them, and a little bit of machine learning side that is used to predict the presence of craters in a particular photo, which otherwise would manually be really hard to do. Then we come on to the projects, the club projects that are present in the club. As I mentioned before, that aeromodeling has been a sort of a hobby throughout the years, even though the club was not properly established. But in 2018, we could take it to a new level. Otherwise, there would only a month of effort, and people would try to score a position in those events. So the first is the twin boom plane. Twin boom is a kind of aircraft that has two nacelle-like longitudinal fuselages on the side of the main fuselage, and where we can hold fuel tanks and other things. So a prototype of it as an RC plane was made by our first years last year. Next, the other one is the common one, the quadcopter. This has been made in quite a big amount. All the first years have made their own and tested their own. It was done in last year's Avishkar. Next one is a little personal project. It was the first that we made in our college, the automated drone, DIY automated drone through the use of APM and GPS. We successfully ran at least 15 tests with it. And what we are trying for is a kind of home delivery system that Amazon and others are using. So a kind of prototype that we have made in our own college just this past year. Next one. And this one, this is our currently going on endeavor, though the COVID cut it short. We are designing our own telescope in our college. We are 3D printing it. And this is a SolidWorks model of it made by our colleague. Next one. Then we are also, as I already mentioned, that the Astro Club is also a jumping off platform for grad school and other related subjects and studies. What we are trying to do is generate interest in this particular field, astronomy. There are classes for theoretical physics and concepts in that are used in MSc, and some people are also willing to give the gate through physics exam and try for higher education in physics. This is a simulation of three-body problem of Sun, Moon, and Earth that has been simulated by a second-year student, and we got a result that which is on screen. The next one, as I mentioned previously, was the detection of crater. Otherwise, usually what we have to do is to manually point out the craters in a photo, but that is very unfeasible, and manually it becomes very tiresome. So what we use is train a model on different images and labelings of crater and craters of the moon, and then we use that model to predict the presence of craters in a particular image of the moon and others. During ProSang, we also had the workshop for automated drone. We got a lot of participation from different colleges across Allahabad. It was very humbling to see. So we taught them a few things about automation and showed them how it can be done. And hopefully, though we could not meet them after that, but hopefully they've implemented some of them by themselves. Coming into this year, and when our team took on the responsibility for the clubs, the projects have been in online. It's been an online semester, so we organized Avishkar. So we had a problem statement on the simulation of an automated drone. Basically, what we did in real life, using we are trying to simulate it and make it more complicated, of course, because simulations are usually easier. There was for the RC plane side, we have the simulation for aerodynamics and the study of how lift and a wing works. And in astronomy, we had a more ambitious project. The students had to completely materialize a full-fledged space mission around the moon and to the moon, and of course around it, and come back. So that was accomplished. We had great participation and exemplary performances. Next slide, please. The current state of the club, we own a decent amount of instruments. We recently got our first telescope, around 20,000, and we have drone frames. As I mentioned, that first years have already made their own frames. There are batteries, motors, battery chargers, KK boards, APMs. We also got a DJI mini drone recently, and there are mechanical tools, soldering station, and all. So basically everything that we have been doing up till now, all the equipments we already had, but we are now trying to expand. We are trying to fast track this development, this evolution into a much more appealing territory. The club right now is a little bit bare bones compared to the other ones.
4 more minutes, you need to do little fast because we have.
Yes, sir, it's almost finished. Achievements, I think the most eye-catching ones, like Techkriti, IIT Kanpur, 2018. Students from our club, those who build the RC planes, they got a top 3 finish. And recently, from astronomy side, there is a NASA organized competition for asteroid hunting. They got a completion certificate, and with the added benefit that if that asteroid is spotted again in our solar system belt, then they'll be named as according to the people who had hunted them, which is students from our college. And eYantra, IIT Bombay organized a competition which I was a part of personally, and we got top 40 finish in our theme. It was based on automation of drone and how a camera is being used to control it. So and moving on, since the club is relatively newer, we haven't expanded a whole lot, but we are trying to expand into much more ambitious territories now that we are well versed in the basics. So what we are trying for is a tie-up with industries to make these drones and RC planes for their services and other things. Our senior, Mr. Kishan Tiwari, has already established a company of his own, TSAW, which deals in similar things. Right now, they are working in surveillance of different places during lockdown, and they've also collaborated with different industries for grade A type of military drone and a kind of air ambulance. They're working on that, and we want the club also to be involved in such things. I think it will be great for us. Can you please move a slide back? Sir, please, can you move a slide back? Hello, Rohit sir.
Previous.
Okay, I'll just finish it up. And in astronomy, we are already making our own telescope. So what we want is different more equipments in astronomy, because it's a newer
Did we lose
thing that we
something?
established. So that particular slide was not finished, the one before, but it's all right, sir. I know what to say them. It's all right, sir. So this is what we are trying to do, that we want the club to reach higher heights, and right now I think we have got the basics down to a good level, so we want to expand into more ambitious territories. And astronomy, Astro Club, I really want to put emphasis on it, because there has been a lot of enthusiasm from second and third years, those who want to move to grad schools into higher education, and they've shown a lot of drive for that. And I think we all want to kind of repay that, our juniors.
Yeah.
Something to see.
So
thank you, sir.
So overall requirement, yeah. So overall requirement, if they want to do everything, is about 17 lakhs. Details will be published. Basically, it's there in the link. Is about 16 point something lakhs. So, but I've just made it round to 17 lakhs as the total requirement.
Yes, sir.
Rohit, can we ask any questions?
Yeah.
Hey, so Archit, thank you for this. Just want to understand, right? Now you have two clubs kind of combined, Aero and Astro.
Yes, sir.
So where is the club's focus? Is it more on astronomy or more on aero modeling?
So our team is decently large, and all the three clubs like Astro, Aero, and well, Astro is not a club; it's kind of a wing, an offshoot. So Astro, Aero, and Robo are kind of sister clubs. So we all look out for each other. So my colleagues couldn't be here, but there are three more people that are working rigorously with me. And so there is no kind of a pecking order. There's no pecking order. We all are on the same field, and we also take up suggestions from our juniors. We don't treat them like there's a particular kind of hierarchy there. So the authority is quite flexible. So sir, I get help from three of my other colleagues who couldn't be present here, and they kind of manage the Astro. And so they kind of manage Astro Club, and I help them with it. But my focus is more on the Aero side, so that there is no problem with that. The team is large enough to manage it.
Okay, so basically, that question was from Vivek from my batch, who's in Bay Area.
Thanks, Rohit. Thanks, Archit.
Hey, I have a question here, Rohit. This is Madhi.
Hi, Madhi.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, just curious to understand. Apart from your, your project leader or mentor who would be from a staff, are you also encouraging like alumni to be one of your mentors or coaches for any of these projects?
Absolutely, sir. So, the club was established so people could learn. Like usually the focus is there's single-minded focus on academics when people get here, and we wanted to kind of break that stride to spice it up. So if we can get alumni to guide us and mentor us, sir, it would be a great pleasure, sir. In fact, I think most of us would want that, because you know better than me that you guys are very experienced. We kind of are somewhat lost, not in the negative sense, but we don't have that much experience in the field. And if we can get that experience from you, it would be a dream come true, sir.
Do you have that today?
I'm sorry, sir. What would that
be? Do you have like coaches and mentors today, as of today, or you're expecting that in the future?
So we don't officially have any mentors, but our faculty helps us out sometimes, and we also have our seniors in our personal contact. So if we need some kind of guidance or help, we contact them. So that's unofficial kind of mentoring is there, but there is no a particular body established to guide us or to take.
Siddhi, you can just talk about your
talk about your club.
Yeah, okay. Respected alumni, faculty, seniors, and batchmates, good evening, all of you. Myself Siddhi Mahavar. I'm in BTech final year and I'll represent Computer Coding Club today. So starting off with the introduction of the Computer Club, it was founded in 2010 and is currently the longest running technical group of our college. CC was officially the first recognized technical club under Student Activity Cell, which was registered in 2016. It is a legacy club where final year pass on their knowledge, skills, and experience to juniors. We build the culture of coding and development among students to help them grow into world-class coders and developers. We bridge the gap between classrooms and interviews. Our goal is to make students ready for their career as a software engineer or entrepreneur. We conduct year-round activities and classes about which we will discuss in the further presentation. So Computer Club is basically led by the vision and hard work of Dr. Shashank Srivastav sir. Our team comprises of 4 more coordinators other than myself. They are Anuj Modi from CSC, Anush Singh from IT, Suraj Goel from CSC, and Vivek Rathi also from CSC. Now, I'll try to answer the question of how and exactly what we do. Sir, please next slide.
Yeah, Siddhi, you are able to see the slide because I'm not putting into presentation mode because it is getting hanged.
Yeah. Yes, sir, I can see the slide, but just the next slide.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what we do, we conduct round the year competitive coding classes. These classes are conducted by final year volunteers who are specialized in both coding as well as teaching. And to test the hard work and attention of students in classes, we conduct online programming contests to test their coding skills. Another motive for conducting these tests is to give them a check and feedback on their current way of learning. We also train the students in the development side. For this, we conduct classes on web development, Android application development, machine learning, software development, and many more fields. For training in the development side, what we actually do is we allot them projects so that they can learn by getting their hands dirty themselves. We also conduct some project development events like Hack 36, Dave Jam, Hack This For Me, Country Hub, and many more. Apart from coding and development, we also take classes for placement specific topics like object-oriented programming, system design. Now, what we believing in the thought that experience is the biggest teacher, we also organize mock placement sessions. This session helps students in knowing the aspects they should work on for getting better placements. Next slide, please, sir.
Yeah. Our events. You want to move to next slide?
No, sir. Our coverage.
Okay.
This is the previous slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So despite being virtually carrying out our activities in these past 6 months because of the whole COVID lockdown, we were able to create greater influence in coding aspects, Java and object-oriented programming aspects, web development side, Android application development side, reverse engineering, Linux operating system, machine learning. We conducted a total 80 hours of classes covering a wide range of topics. We also conducted Insomnia, which was the biggest event with more than 2,500 participants every year from all over the world. We organized 13 events under Avishkar covering all aspects we were taught in class, and more than 200 of pre-final year students got benefited by it. We organized interview training sessions for pre-final year students. More than 1,000 students are connected through Microsoft Teams platform with our club. In CyberQuest, 13 events are organized under Avishkar, the annual tech fest covering various tracks, events for web development, software development, app development, game development, competitive coding. And other than these, we also conduct aptitude and math-based events. Next slide, please, sir. Yeah, so Country Hub. So Country Hub is an annual open source development competition organized during Hacktoberfest. So Hack This For Me is an annual capture the flag competition, testing reverse engineering and ethical hacking skills. Hack 36 is another event in which we organize a 36-hour hackathon organized annually under the guidance of CSED, in which teams from IITs, other NITs, triple IITs, and other private colleges also participate and build a prototype of a product. Last year, we had participation from outside the country as well. Weekend of Code is the annual event organized by pre-final year coordinators, especially for freshers to create interest in them for development side. And they're mentored by final years because they don't have much knowledge. Monthly open programming contests are conducted for testing problem solving and coding skills. Next slide, sir. Now, going towards our achievements in Google Summer of Code, Anshul Singh from 2021 batch only got selected in GSOC 2019 in just a second year of his study. In the International Collegiate Programming Contest, 5 teams qualified for ICPC Regionals 2019 and 7 teams qualified for ICPC Regionals 2018 with highest rank 10. In Hack in the North, Abhinav Dikshit from 2019 batch and Aksim Krishna Prasad from 2017 batch won first prize. Akshdeep Nansar has been a red coder on Codeforces and top coder both. Chinmay Pani from batch 2019 has been red coder on CodeChef with world rank 127 and country rank 16. 5 students have been orange coders on Codeforces. Students get placement and internship in big tech giants such as Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple every year with flying colors. Next slide, sir. Yeah. So these are some of the images for Hack 36. Next slide, sir. Yeah, these are some of the testimonials from our seniors. Next slide. Yeah, having discussed the various activities and involvements of the club with juniors and the importance pertaining to the placements and other extracurricular activities and competitions, here are a few things which can help us in carrying out our activities in a more promising way. First of all, we require a high-end computational server dedicated for the activities of the club. It will help us to host projects made by club members for the campus premises. For example, we have a few projects where seniors offer their belonging to juniors like books, cycle, etc. before leaving college. Also, we need them to host our internal competitions and events like CTF, which is Capture the Flag. We need some Wi-Fi routers for providing seamless connectivity to the outside participants of events hosted by our club. It has been a common feedback that they give regarding the overhead of proxy settings to be done by them while using LAN. So if Wi-Fi will be provided, then they could be easily getting the connectivity along with mobility. LAN wires to connect the Wi-Fi routers to the connection point, and also for those who want high bandwidth using Wi-Fi. Next category of requirement. So the next category of requirements are for the most important activity of ours that is classes. Oh, no, sir, the previous slide only. Yeah, so for conducting our classes as you mentioned earlier, we get a huge coverage, so many a times whole NLS room gets filled up. So to address the whole audience, we need microphones and speakers in order to get better reach to everyone. So we already have facilities for projectors in all the classrooms, but we don't have speakers. So these are some of the hardware requirements that we need, and it would help us a lot. Other than these, we also have some major requirements for our annual event. So next slide, please. So we need financial support for the domain hosting of our event websites, like events like CyberQuest, Hack 36, etc. attracts a large number of participants from all over the country. Due to a lack of public domain and websites, most of the participants have to rely on social media platforms for communication, which seems to be a bit unprofessional from our side. We need an AWS subscription for various purposes like hosting the website of our events on a public server, example EC2, AWS, and AWS are provided for students as a free tier, but it has only $100 capacity. So that's why we need it. We also need AWS for cloud computing of our machine learning based projects. At last, the most important attraction for any participant of an event is the prize money and goodies, as we all know. So for our momentary needs, we can't be dependent on a single source. We have some help from college administration. We can also call upon for corporate sponsorship. Even every year, pass out CC coordinators, that is our immediate alumni to us, offer us help upon their own will. This year, the prize money for outside participants of Insomnia 2020 basically was collected from our seniors, even from our batch CC coordinators as well. If the Alumni Association could help us to bear these expenses, it would be easier for us to focus more on the event and making it bigger and better. That's all from our side. Thank you. We are open to questions.
Yeah, thanks, Adi. So any questions to CC Club? So just to give you, CC Club has the highest number of participants. And if you see their photographs, you will see full house. Students are taking classes for 200, 300 people, which is not a joke. Final year student taking classes, plus they have closed face group, which I'm not allowed to enter. They are not allowing me to enter, but in which people can post a query, they will resolve it, how to code it better. Maybe you want to give some glimpse on your closed Facebook, Siddhi?
Yes, sir. So basically, that group is for providing about the like what are the competitions going on, which you can participate, and if you want any query, like if anyone is having problem in any time complexity and he want a better solution, then he can post the queries. Like it is a closed group, so we ask for registration number so that we don't get anonymous users.
Okay. No issues.
Yes.
No, I'm not offended that for not
Sorry, sir, for
admitting.
that.
No issues. But I can tell you, basically, this coding club has achieved a great success, and it is reflected in our placement. If you see either IIT Delhi or IIT Kanpur placement, the companies are same, and even the pay packages are almost same. What has been offered to basically our college and to IITs. So should we move to next one? Sushant, you want to introduce Energy?
Hey, Rohit, can I ask a quick question?
Yep.
On the computer club? Hey, Siddhi, so is the computer club also focusing on quantum computing at all?
Yes, sir. Sir, for now we focus on like the development side, and
Yes,
like we
sir.
don't focus on.
Now I would like to call Mr. Aditya Pandey.
Sushant, just a second.
So Sushant, just hold on,
Yeah, Sushant, just hold on. So, sir, basically for now we don't focus on quantum computing. Like for now, like we don't have coordinators for it. What we do is actually from final year we take out coordinators who want to take up classes for type of development or for any type of teaching they want to do, and we see like how much the like potential they are having and like how much students are interested in it. That's how we conduct classes. So for now, we haven't got the coordinators for it.
Got it. Yeah, think about it. That's upcoming field, and maybe
Yes,
early advantage of getting into it and starting to learn and do some projects will help the students there. So just think about it.
yes, sir. Sir, if we will like if anyone is interested in teaching in that, and if we like have the coordinators, then we will definitely conduct classes for it as well.
Sure, thank you.
Actually, one small suggestion regarding quantum computing. IBM used to organize a summer school, so you can look for it online and get registered there.
Okay, so thank you, sir, for suggestion.
No, but Vivek, since you have asked this question, so definitely you must have something in your mind. Sudhir, yeah. So what Siddhi was telling, that if I think that's what she meant, that if from among ourselves, from alumni, if somebody can help them in getting this sorted, is it what Siddhi you meant?
Sir, basically, what we do is we just need coordinators. Like if anyone is willing to take an hour or a 2 class, like so that we can like we need to have some information, prior information. Like for now, I know like no final year has currently been equipped in it.
Yeah, we'll look, Sudhir, within our batch also.
Yeah.
If there's somebody who can guide the team. But also, like somebody just suggested, there is enough information publicly available. So what Siddhi is saying, if somebody within the club is interested, then they will study about it and then they can start doing some conversation and activity in the club around it. So she is looking for coordinators who can help her with that within the club as well. So yeah, from our batch, if we see something, we will push your way. But my suggestion only was, think about that. I mean, yeah, all this drone or AI, ML, everybody's doing, right? It's been out and about since we were passing out from college. Quantum computing also, we have heard a lot, but now I see industry starting to take action. So that may be a good field for the students to get experience in. That will create the edge for the students, right? Compared to just doing what everybody else is doing. If you can start early in quantum computing, that might help. But yes, I'll discuss with Rohit if there's something we can do to help the club in that aspect. We will definitely bring it.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Sushant, next over to you.
Sorry to jut in, but Sir, I think Astro has also thought about quantum computing. So, sir, if any of you is interested in that, sir, please consider us as well. Astro Club is also interested in the side of quantum computing because some people have shown interest in that side. Although I did not integrate it into my PPT, but we also would like to join with the computer club if anybody is interested in helping them out. Just wanted to get it out there. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no issues. So.
And one more thing, Rohit, if the presenter can turn out their video as well, that will be good.
I think basically they are having a lower bandwidth, so we have asked in case only if you have a higher bandwidth, then you turn on your video. Otherwise, your audio will also be feeble.
Maybe just briefly, just for introduction and then switch off.
Yeah. So Siddhi, you can just say hello.
So that at least we know, who. Hello, Siddhi. Hello. Good.
So currently we are in our houses, so we are not getting the LAN connection. So the bandwidth is like on our internet. Sorry for that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. सभी लोग घर पे ही हैं. कोई भी बाहर नहीं है.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Energy.
Yes, first of all, I'm extremely sorry. Actually, there is a little much audio lag from my side, so there was a little bit interaction. Now I would like to call Aditya Pandey, final year electrical engineering student, who is also the coordinator of Energy Club, which is a newly formed club and which majorly focuses on development of projects based on electrical societies. Aditya.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, Aditya, you are audible.
Yes. So, good morning to people in USA. Good afternoon to people in Europe, and late good evening to people in India. Myself, Aditya Pandey. I am the student coordinator of Energy Club. I'm not the only coordinator. We have 3 more coordinators from final years. Sir, can we please move to the next slide? Yes. So other coordinators are Kalpana Sehag and Ayush Srivastava. We 3 are from final year electrical engineering. And we also have 2 volunteers from 3rd year, Sankalp Kumar and Arsalan Saraya. These are also from electrical engineering department. Basically, our club coordinators are, sir, just on the previous slide. Yes, sir. Sir, yeah. So we have our faculty coordinator, Dr. Deepayan Guha sir, who guides us and briefs us about the things that are coming up or what things we can do, how to interact and how to initiate things. So he's the assistant professor in our department, electrical engineering department. Sir, can you please move to the next slide? Okay, so our club is a newly formed club. It was formed back in 2018 in the month of October. I guess that was the time when Mr. Rishabh Ravi sir and Mr. Uday Bhan sir came with an idea that we should form a club that would be dedicated to the project development, because projects are very important and essential part of every students that are preparing for placements or those who are preparing for higher studies, because they play a very major role in that. So motivation was to implement the practical applications by what we study in our classes. Those are theoretical knowledges. We also we have labs, but some projects are more beyond the scope of lab, because in labs we only deal with the basics, what we have taught in theoretical knowledges. So yes, so we basically do develop the projects. So no sir, on the previous slide. Yes, so we focus majorly on hardware, and a part of us focuses on software part, but this year we are focusing on software because yes, we know that we have to stay in home, so hardware is not accessible for everyone because we are not in college. So we will be more focused on simulation part this year, and as soon as the college opens, we will be back to our college club rooms where we have equipments. Some of the equipments which we got from the money which we got from the fund we got last year, around 25,000, and we've got some pretty handful of equipments last year. So can we please move to the next slide? Yes, sir. So we have a room dedicated to club. It is right beside the TV room, the one which you were talking about, the Aero Modeling Club. That is owned by our club. Our Aero Modeling Club have their room just sideways to the other side of the wall. So the room which is just beside the TV room is our energy club. So our energy club's room is well equipped. We have benches, we have chairs, we have testing benches, and also we have a solar based inverter which helps us if we are out of power. No sir, please. On the previous slide. Yes sir. So that is basically situated on the boys hostel side, so only boys can access that. But for girls we also have a room beneath the MP hall where girls can also work if they are the part of any team which boys are working on. So yes, we have that room there, and they can borrow the equipments, they can borrow the things, electronics, if they want to work on it, and they can take it and work on that area. Yes, sir. Can next slide, sir. Yes. So these are some images back from Avishkar 2019. Actually, Avishkar have our Power Surge is the event conducted by our electrical engineering department, and in that event we have predefined hardware which is basically focused on developing the project, and that event is mainly organized and managed by the coordinators of Energy Club, because we as a coordinator more focused on developing and guiding our juniors to how to build projects and how to design that and all that stuff. So these are few images. The left one is from the person counter and the temperature sensor. We have images from that. So can we move to the next slide? Yes, so we also have two more images, the RC firing circuit for control of an AC load, and we have automated solar tracker which tracks the direction of the sun as the sun moves in the sky, and we also have the yes, Bluetooth controlled module which controls all the home automated parts by the Bluetooth, by the wireless connectivity. So these are the projects developed by 2019 second year students. So yes, these are the projects. Sir, next slide, sir. Yes, so for the membership, currently we encourage all our electrical engineering students, the juniors from second year to third years, to be the part of our club, because there is no restriction that they couldn't be the part of our club, like basic needs, or they require to be the part of it. And from this year, we also encourage first years to start their involvement in our club. So we have interacted with them few weeks back, and the next thing is departmental students. Basically, we encourage our departmental students because our projects are more focused on core electrical sections and core electronic sections that we study in our semesters. So
Aditya, you need to do a little faster, because lot of thing is understood by the PPT itself.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So yes, other department students can also be the part of the. There is no restriction. Yes, we can surely do that. And currently we have second year, third year students members. We have created a group in our WhatsApp, and we regularly interact with them about what the initiatives Deepa and Sir are taking to do with our club. Sir, next slide, sir. So yes, as I said that we are more focused on developing projects. So from the last year fund, we have got these equipments. Some of these are the building equipments, and some of these are the electronic components that we need to while developing. So, so next slide, sir. Yes. So I have mentioned all those. Yes. Those which were in previous slide and those which we need. So basically there are some equipments which are required at every step of development, like DSO, power supply, and function generator. These are the main testing equipments. DSO gives us the output which at any stage, if we want to that our system, our project is working as per our need or not. Power supply, because we cannot rely on batteries, or we cannot directly rely on adapters if we want to develop projects that are that work on various kind of supplies, DC supplies. And so on the slide, sir, 51th.
Yeah. So this is anyhow. So your presence, I think.
So 51th, sir.
I think maybe slide order has changed. Maybe you can go through from here because that's what it is. So online presence is you have Facebook.
Sir, 2 slides back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
This one?
Sir, 1 slide ahead.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah. We have the images from of the equipments. Actually, we can access the lab, but lab hours are only available to us during 10 in the morning to 5 in the evening. And actually, we students work basically in the late evening or night sessions. So those labs aren't allowed for us on those hours. And if we are having these equipments in our own club, then we can work on our projects whenever we want to, because clubs are always accessible to us. So these are the testing equipments. Middle ones are building equipments, and the right hand side, the components which are the electronic components that are needed for the development, like 3-phase induction motor. We don't have 3-phase induction motor, but it is widely applicable in various sections, and how to control its speed is a very important thing. The control design and the electronics hardware design is two major sectors of electronic section in the control of a 3-phase induction motor, and it is very widely applicable. So these are the things that we can make by the project development. So this is just an example which I gave you by the 3-phase induction motor control. So yes, moving on to the next slide. Yes, the detailed component requirements are in the drive link. I have mentioned all the pricing list of the equipments and the sites from where I have picked them up. So those were for the testing and components required. And we also are in if we are provided with a system that is like dedicated to our club, that will be situated at our club only. Like in the labs, we have systems, the computer which can have simulation projects, or if we want to do any like testing or software building, if we want to do that are required by our hardware projects, we have systems situated in our lab. Similarly, we can have a system which is situated in our club. It will help us a lot. So yes, next slide, sir. Yes, we have a social media account. Energy Club has 161 followers. Last time I checked, it was 161 followers in our Facebook page, and we also have a LinkedIn account, and we are in contact with people. These are newly formed social media pages, so we don't have much, but we are progressing year by year.
So Aditya, you need to do little fast. We have 2 more to go.
Yes, sir. Just 2-3 slides, sir.
Okay.
So yes, I want to mention one thing, that we want to propose an inter-club competition. Like by proposing this, we can make students. we can encourage our juniors to interact with different clubs, because what kind of algorithms they are using, what kind of hardware they are using, interaction with other clubs can help us out how to think in a new way, how to implement new things, how they are designing things. So this is a proposal from our side, our energy club side, and this was an idea given to us by our professor Dipan Guha sir. And just moving on to the next slide. So next slide, sir. Yes, so this is the page for Power Surge, as I mentioned before. So next slide. These are the glimpses for 2019 and 2020. 2020 was done on online basis. So I have just mentioned a poster. So yes, previous year projects for first years I mentioned. No sir, next slide, sir. For first years first years weren't the members previously, so we have no past projects from their side. But in future project we especially proposed like contact like thermometer, because we need in current scenario. Then we have common emitter amplifiers, because amplifiers are widely applicated in various sections, and oscillator designs, and these are the very basics for first years. So next slide, sir. Yes, for second years, during back 2 years back, I made two projects that are speed detector and traffic light controller. Both were automated. One was detecting speed when a vehicle passes by it, and another one was traffic light controller, which was also automated and works on the basis of how much density a lane has, and it modifies its time. It was the project, and also it was demonstrated in ProSung, as mentioned earlier, that ProSung was initiated in 2019, and we have a few proposals for future projects for second years. And for third years, so next slide. And for third years, yes, for third years we have few projects which are widely applicable in real time. People like we students study things in power system, in electrical machines, in power electronics, but if we deal with hardware, how to build that, how to design, and how to think of the blocks that connect them, that build them, and make them to work, will help them and expose them to the real life situation. So these are the projects for third year. For future projects, I mentioned 8 projects, and for past projects, our seniors of batch, Mr. Uday Bhan sir and Mr. Rishabh Ravi sir's batch, they have created the inverter, which was creating square wave and sine wave. So these were the past projects. This was the past project, and we have our future projects. And there is a right side, we have a image that was showcasing the control of 3-phase induction motor. So
yeah,
this was from our side. Thank you.
So Aditya, it's already 20 minutes for your presentation. Anyhow, so guys, you have a questions on this, because next is very interesting.
Rohit?
Robotics. Yeah.
Rohit, can I ask Aditya to just say hi by turning on his video?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Can you see me?
Well, nice to meet you, Aditya, and good work.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Rohit, one quick question, Vivek here. So Aditya, are you guys partnering with any local industries or trying to see whether some of the things your teams are producing, you can generate some revenue for the club through those?
Sir, yes, actually we are like hunting down the real life problems that industries or the people around the industries face, like automation part or IoT systems. So these are the problems that we personally hunt, our final year students, and also Dr. Dipan Guha sir suggests us few things that on what we can work on. So yes, if we can help them out, then we can definitely generate some revenue from there also.
Have you generated any so far?
No, sir, we haven't generated any yet.
Okay, thank you.
So Vivek, this is a pretty new project, new team which is set up across. I think they've just completed 1 year or 1.5 years into this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Understood.
Rohit, just quick one for me. Aditya Sudhir here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So like others, like Siddhi and what Archit has, given their expectation of what they are expecting in terms of money. You have given a list in slide 51. I can see there are a few items like PLC, SCADA, and all these things. They are pretty costly. So
Yes,
what
sir.
do you expect? What is the expectation? Have you budgeted? Do you have any budget? Sorry, I think.
Yes, sir. The link mentioned accounts the total cost of around 5 lakh. I haven't mentioned, I forgot to mention in this PPT, but the total cost, it comes around 5 to 6 lakh. I'm not sure about the figure, but it is around 5 to 6 lakh.
So Sudhir, I've captured the high level number at the last slide for all of the teams, what they've asked for what they have asked, and then detail links students have provided with equipment list. Sometime some of the team has even provided the images also what they require.
Okay, that's fine, Rohit, because I couldn't see, so that's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
That's fine. If it is covered, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Actually, because we don't have yet these testing equipments, so we lag behind real life projects application and development. And if we get them, we can surely deal with the real life scenarios. Thank you.
Rohit, sorry, I am interrupting in between. I can suggest to Aditya that he can make the list with estimated cost, whatever it is, and he can send to directly the coordinator of 95 batch, Rohit Garg. So it can be provided to other alumni of 95 batch.
Yeah,
I think that will be more clear. Yeah.
Yeah, Vandana, for last 1 week I've been coordinating with these guys. So
okay.
Okay, so I know them. So basically I'm the one who's basically compiled all their presentation. So I have their entire presentation deck and then costing with me.
Okay, then it is nice.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, I think Rohit, let's move on.
Yeah.
So before we move on, I think Professor Mukul Shukla sir has a suggestion for Aditya. Aditya, please have a look, and if you can answer, then please answer.
Yes, I'm looking into that. Oh, okay. So actually, our club is open to all.
Don't worry, it's just
Yes,
a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sushant, let it go ahead. We're running short of time.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure.
Discussion once you finish off your presentations is equally important. So may I request one and all to keep it a bit short, come towards your later slides. Okay.
Okay, sir. Now, next in line is Robotics Club. As we all know that robots are no longer a science fiction, but are going to be an integral part of modern day smart cities. So I would like to invite Mr. Bhuvan Jam to introduce the club and its activities. Bhuvan, you can please start.
Hello, everyone. I am Bhuvan Jam, finally a mechanical engineering student, and I am here to introduce Robotics Club, who we are, what all we do, and how the activities are beneficial to the students. So next slide, sir. So I'll just introduce the club in brief. So as Sushant mentioned that robots are no longer a science fantasy. So we are a group of people from every department of college, from mechanical to biotech to computer to electronics. And what unites us that we build robots for various purposes. Sometimes these are purely for sake of some applications. Some of us are freelancing. So sometimes it's just for the sake of applications. Sometimes it's for participation in national level competition, their problem statement. Other times it's for academic purposes. Like we test various algorithm, mathematics, and some of those come out in papers as well. And speaking of structure, we come under the Student Activity Center, and we work under the supervision of Dr. Basant Kumar, who is Associate Professor in Electronics Communication Engineering Department of college. Now coming to the annual activities of club. So every year club starts with Avishkar. We prepare for Avishkar in the first 2 months of academic session. We take various classes, we release problem statements. So robotics is a separate department in Avishkar where we organize 2 to 3 competitions. So after Avishkar, there is exam period. So there is a 1 month gap, and then we again begin with classes. We allot projects. Then this sequence goes on, these classes, projects, and so on. But meanwhile, along with these activities, we organize a lot of workshops. So those workshops can be sorted into two ways. So one are free workshops for school children, which we at least organize 2 times in a year, because we believe that scientific temperament and that engineering mindset has to be inculcated right at the school stage. And other times it's for engineering students, which are paid, and the revenue generated goes completely in equipments and other expenses of the club. And apart from these, we organize ProSang, which stands for Pradyogiki Sangam. So it's a fest organized by Robotics and Aero Club of College. And we invite other clubs to showcase their projects as well. I'll just explain ProSang in other slide. And apart from these, we go out and participate in a lot of national level competitions. We organize competitions at college. So all these activities go on throughout the college. So next slide, sir. So even in this year, we are very active, and we are active on MS Teams. We are taking classes. Till now, we have taken 20 plus classes, and all these classes have been recorded and are accessible to every student. So sometimes we have even recorded a footfall around 150 plus students in online classes, and that too when first year is not available. Usually first year is most enthusiastic because they don't have to worry about placements. Then we have conducted online Avishkar. Now we are in the project phase, and we are planning the rest of year. We are planning to take part in competitions and do some industry tie-up. So there is one thing I want to mention here, like why Robotics Club? I mean, most of the technologies we work upon are being worked on already upon by some other club. So there are two reasons. One is that we work on some cutting edge technologies which does not come under domain of any other club. And second reason is engineering is not restricted to one domain. So there need to be a place where people from different departments can come together and work on an integrated project. We need people who can use machine learning on a system which was developed in CAD and printed using 3D printing. So all those sort of interdisciplinary thing happens in our club. So being interdisciplinary is our USP, I'll say, because at the end, engineering is not about placement, but how much value one adds to society. Next slide, sir. So this is just a sample of how we are taking classes in online cell. Next slide. So I'll just talk about the key achievements of the club. So club was officially established in 2016 and 17 by efforts of a lot of seniors. So in these 4 years, I'll say we are at a phase where we have gone through the basics, and now we are growing fast. So in all these 3 to 4 years, we have completed over 150 projects. And then every year we go and participate in National Tech Fest, and we fetch at least 4 or 5 national level trophies. And there are competitions like eYantra, which are organized by MHRD. So in all these 4 years, 2 times we have reached the final. It's an year-long competition, and once we have won, I myself reached pre-finals in my second year. And then based on all the activities that people do in club, they write mails to professors, they fetch internships in various IITs. I myself got an internship with IIT Kanpur after second year, then an internship at Indian Space Research Organization and Tata Aerospace and Defense. And whenever we go out, do this internship, all these internships are based on the work which we do in club. And then during the internship, they publish papers. So definitely then they make it up to grade school. So I believe that all this sets a sequence of events which is very beneficial to students. And then we organize Avishkar and ProSang and conduct workshops. So these are some of the achievements. Next slide, please. I'll just mention a brief about ProSang. So ProSang stands for Pradyogiki Sangam. So it's a fest organized by Robotics and Aero Club of the college. Next slide. So during the ProSang, we organize tech talks where eminent people from both academics and industry come, and they let us know what exactly is the trend going on in these areas, where we can work upon, where is the vacancy, and how all we can contribute. We organize free workshops during this time, paid workshops. We organize a lot of competitions. Then there are project exhibitions where professors from all the departments of college come and see the projects developed by students all across the year, and they evaluate them, they give them their feedback. People from other colleges and all across India also showcase their projects. We also invite other clubs like energy clubs to showcase their projects here. And there are a lot of activities like air shows and astronomy workshops. So this is the fest mainly organized by Robotics and Aero Club. And the purpose of this fest is to somehow bridge the gap between what we do in college and what is happening in the industry. The purpose is to make connections. Next slide. So as I mentioned, the technologies we work upon, so let's say machine learning, it's a core computer area. SolidWorks CAD 3D printing is a core mechanical area, but what we work upon is we just work on being interdisciplinary. So we design a robot, we do CAD of it, we design it in SolidWorks with 3D print it, and then we apply machine learning to automate it. We apply a lot of sensors, a lot of electronics. So that way we come up with real life products that are really automated and that can actually fit into the smart living theme. Next slide. So based on all these technologies and the work we do, we have come with a lot of projects, but I'll just mention some bigger level projects, which are like self-driving car. We are working on automation of vehicles, and we are adding features every year. So this is a project that has been going on from 2 years. Then we are working on person following boat. We have automated our club group. Then there are internal navigation projects and humanoid robots. So these are some of the main projects we are working upon. But there are a lot of small projects which are covered in a month or two just to teach juniors. So these are the projects which people do in the 3rd year when they learn stuff. Next slide. So these are some of the glimpses of projects. And next slide. So these are some of the projects that 2nd year and 1st year they do, they learn stuff, and then they step on to the bigger projects. Next slide. So right now we have a room which is there, right now a room has been allotted to us by the college. There's a room in the boys hostel campus, and there is a room near MP Hall where boys and girls can work together. We have a decent set of equipments from which we are doing the projects, but definitely as we want to expand, so we need better equipments and more support. Next slide. So I'll just try to wind up because speaking of what we want to achieve in next 3 years. So the first point is what I want to mention is that since till now we have been participating in national level competitions like TechKriti, which is the Tech Fest of IIT Kanpur, or eYantra, which is organized by MHRD. But now we feel confident we can, and now we want to go beyond national boundaries. We actually want to compete international competitions, but if we are given enough support, because when we think of participating in international competitions in robotics, the first stage is usually like you have to purchase some robot of say 1 lakh and then you have to code it. So it's really expensive, and there are traveling expenses and all that. But that is definitely what we want to do, and we feel confident that we can do it. Secondly, we want to have industry tie-up and then emerge as a center of excellence, because what we have seen is robotics is a very growing field, and there are a lot of startups coming in this field. Even a lot of professors in IITs are having their own startups and trying to enter this field, and they're facing a lot of technical problems, right? So even one of our seniors who really pioneered the development of Club, Kishan Tiwari sir, who is also in the meeting, is successfully running his own startup TISO, which is Tiwari Space and Aeroworks, and doing a lot of automation. So what we feel, there is a lot of startups and then they need a lot of technical support. So we want to tie up with them, and we want to emerge as a center which can provide solutions to their technical problems. That's what I mean when I say emerge as a center of excellence and expertise in robotics. And the third point which I want to mention is to be a research hub in robotics, because what I feel and what I discovered throughout my internships was that robotics is not just limited to application. It's a very mathematical and it's a very theory intensive field. So definitely we want to explore those areas too. We have been exploring, but we want to explore those areas in greater depth and come up with at least 4 or 5 papers each year. So we want to emerge as a research hub in robotics, but for that we need standard robots on which we can directly deploy algorithms rather than the pain of building everything. And so that's also a costly process. Next slide. So I've listed down the budget in the link. So it stands out to be a total of 15 lakh, and it ranges from very mechanical components like 3D printer and mechanical toolkit to processors like Jetson Nano and the GPU. So the whole detail I have listed in the slide. And so I think that's it from our side. Thank you. We are open to questions.
Bhuvan, it might make sense to just turn on your video and say hi.
Sir, I would have been very happy to turn on my video, but if you don't mind, I met a foot fracture last week and I'm all plastered.
Okay.
Don't show your foot. No problem. All we need to see is your face.
Actually, I'm lying down in bed because I can't
That's okay. Take care.
And anything.
Okay.
All right. No worries. No worries.
Basically, guys, just to give a glimpse, these guys do Andrew Ng machine learning course flat in 1 month.
Actually, sir, we use that knowledge then to deploy to real hardware, because that's where the real challenge lies.
So were you wrestling with the robot?
Pardon, sir?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That just is
You
dry
broke your
humor.
foot, right? Were you
Don't
wrestling
mind.
with the robot?
No, sir, it just happened with a truck.
Okay.
No,
I
but
wish.
doing Andrew Yang's course in 1 month while on your academics is pretty good. It's deep, it's involved, but glad that teams are working on this. Excited to see what Robotics Club has done, but I'll take some more time to study this. Also very dear to my heart. What's the next big project that your club is working on, right? Which is, let's say, in the next 3 to 6 months, you guys want to arrive with a bang.
Sir, since the biggest limitation right now is COVID, because robotics is software and hardware based both. So mainly we are working on 4 big projects right now. Speaking of big projects, one is self-driving car.
Tell me one. Which is your top project for the club?
If it's one, I'll say autonomous vehicle. We want to develop a vehicle which is capable of at least having automation, sufficient automation to reach from one point to other in campus itself.
Okay, thank you.
When I met my accident, I really wished it was being driven by a machine rather than a human, because it was definitely a human error.
Okay, so should we move to last one? This is SAE Club, close to mechanical engineers.
Shall we move, sir?
Yeah, I think we can move.
Okay, now I would like to call Mr. Manas Srivastav of SAE Club. SAE Club is a well-integrated team of remarkably dedicated and passionate students from BTech who are united by their shared enthusiasm for automobile engineering.
Sorry to interrupt, Rohit.
Manas, please.
Your slides are showing our alumni foundation slides, not the club slides.
No, this is basically next page.
Oh, this is their slide. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Sorry for that. Yeah.
Manas, you can start, please.
Sure. Am I audible?
Yes, Manas, yes.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. I welcome you all to this session on behalf of SAE Club MNNIT. I'm Manas Srivastav, a final year student of BTech in Production and Industrial Engineering, and I will be representing SAE Club today. Can we move to the next slide? The club began with 7 extremely passionate students who wanted to develop a full-scale car, and they wanted to design and manufacture it from scratch, which resulted in the development of Nimbus Supra 14 car, which you can see in the image. Can we move to the next slide, sir? 7 years down the line, we have grown on to become a really large club. The students are now involved in designing and manufacturing of IC engine cars as well as hybrid vehicles, electrically and manually powered. We are also actively involved in taking classes for juniors for all the subjects of mechanical engineering. We have a separate magazine called Pit Stop. During 2020, we have also started a YouTube video lecture series and we are working on it. Some of it has already been published. On social media, we have more than 2.5 thousand people following us and we regularly post educational posts on it. Recently, when the Education Minister of Uttar Pradesh visited our college, we had the privilege to represent our projects to him, and it definitely had a good impact. We also get the opportunity to represent MNNIT on various media platforms every now and then, and we feel proud to do that. Can we move to the next slide, sir? So these are some of the benefits that the students get when they become a part of the SAE Club. As the line reads, we are not just a technical club, we transform the way students learn engineering. During the design and analysis phase, mostly all of the subjects that are covered in mechanical engineering syllabus are applied on the projects. What the students learn in the classes, they apply directly on the projects here. Same is followed during manufacturing. And I also want to mention that during the design and analysis phase, it's not only limited to mechanical engineering. We also use coding, machine learning, deep learning, image processing, those things which are now required in the industry, but are not in the core mechanical engineering. So the students get an exposure to that also. In the manufacturing phase, they get an hands-on experience on how to manufacture a real automobile with full responsibility of the safety of their batchmates. And we also apply the concepts of manufacturing science and technology, rapid prototyping, additive manufacturing, etc. While working on these projects, the students also gain management skills because they have to plan their academic schedules, timings. They have to manage within the provided resources. We even recruit our own team members, so that is also a great experience. The students are responsible for the funds. They are responsible for getting sponsorships. We have to deal with the people in the market while acquiring goods for the projects. While doing all this, they also gain soft skills. They have to solve problems. They have to work long hours. We have to coordinate in a team where every member is coming from a different background. And these changes actually transform a student when they join the club, and when they leave the club, there's a transformation that takes place in between. Can we move to the next slide, sir? These are the resources that are currently owned by us. We have put them together. I would like to discuss some of the achievements that we have so far. It gives me pleasure to inform you that during each year, during the placement sessions, students of SAE Club are the first ones to grab placements and internships in top companies which are in the core sector as well as in the software sector, because we explore those dimensions also. We are not only limited to mechanical engineering, and they are given priority because of the skills that they gain while working in the club, and also because they have distinguished projects to showcase. We also have some official achievements such as All India Rank 3 in the Auto India Design Challenge in the e-bike category, which we backed this year itself. Can we move to the next slide, sir? These are some of our past achievements. As you can see, the performance of our club is constantly improving in national level competitions. And in the past 3 FE cycles, we have always managed to win a prize. Next slide, sir. These are some of the vehicles that we have manufactured in the past 7 years. These are the SAE Supra cars, which are IC engine powered, and the FE cycles, which are hybrid vehicles with improvised designs each year. Next slide, sir. Early this year, the team worked on a high performance go-kart, which was laden with various safety mechanisms, and we incorporated concepts of IoT in it. And same we applied in an electric bike, which was a hybrid bike that we had developed this year from Team Greenwave. Next slide, sir. Now, these are some of the upcoming projects that we have. Basically, what happens is that when students leave the campus, they leave their cycles behind and they are now just getting converted into junk. So we want to retrofit those cycles, convert them into manual electric hybrid, and we want them to be used for daily commute by professors and students. And that would convert the campus to a green campus. And we also want to develop charging stations for the same. Another big project that we want to take up is to develop a utility vehicle, this time not a race car, a solar electric hybrid vehicle, which is a 4-wheeled passenger hybrid vehicle. And we also want to develop the battery management system by ourselves, because battery management system is a crucial thing, and it is one of the problems that the industry is facing right now, especially in India. Then we want to explore autonomous vehicles. Work has already been going on it, but we want to implement it on our full scale vehicles, which is a bit of a responsible job. So we want to do it only when we are really sure about it. We want to include more students in the coming years, and hence we need more infrastructure for it, because SE Club is really beneficial for them, for their careers, and we want them to be included. Thus, we want to take up more projects and become self-sufficient in terms of machinery and permanent assets. We also want 2 major equipment, CNC machinery and 3D printer, so that we can provide those services to third-party clients and use the funds raised in our projects. For the same purpose, we want to invite experts from the industry to conduct workshops and seminars, and the funds raised will be used on our projects. We have done similar kind of activities before when we invited speakers from Mahindra & Mahindra, the research and development engineer, and organized the workshops for everyone in the mechanical engineering department. Next slide, sir. We have attached the specific links and the pricing details for all of our requirements in the appendix. You can have a look on it. I thank you all for taking interest in our plans, and I would like to say that these students are really passionate and work for long hours. So if you decide to support us, the value of your support will be way larger than its actual monetary value. So we hope that you'll consider it. Thank you.
Now we have reached to end of all presentation. Sudhir, you want to say something to the students? You, Deepak, has been.
So I did. Go ahead.
Yeah, Deepak, carry on. No, carry on. You carry on.
So I actually had a quick question for the guys. Do you guys have a 3D printer in college right now?
Sir, there is a 3D printer that came up recently in a lab from Cisco, but that is not for our own use. It's a public 3D printer and everybody is free to use it. But we want to create more extensive models and actually provide services to people outside the college. So I think a dedicated 3D printer for the club will help us a lot in doing that.
Okay, but there is a 3D printer in college.
Yes,
what I was trying to establish.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
We recently got it this year, early this year when we were there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So Manas,
can I just add, perhaps Manas, you're not aware, even mechanical engineering now has two 3D printers. And
That's
not
great,
now,
sir.
it came somewhere around end of last year.
Okay. That's great, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Manas, continuing with the same topic, about 3D printers, and you mentioned about CNC machinery as well.
Yes.
So Rohit and I were discussing about this. I'm not sure whether it's having an equipment is okay, but I think the main issue comes to maintain it, to regularly maintain it. If something happens, then what you do. So I don't know whether you can answer or Mukul sir can, because mechanical engineering department also has those printers. So how that aspect is taken care of, considering that suppose you get a CNC machinery as well, then what happens?
Sir,
how that maintenance contract is maintained?
Yes, sir. Sir, since our starting, everything is being managed by students themselves, whether it be the bank account of the club, the funds and everything. So we select very responsible students for our club, and our recruitment process is also pretty difficult. So you can trust us that if you get us the CNC machinery, it will be in good hands, safe hands, and we will really maintain it because it will be a precious asset for us.
Anyway.
I would like to add, in case we were to buy any equipment, we would like to go for extended warranty. If the standard warranty is an year, can we go for, say, a 3 years extended warranty?
Yeah.
this will largely, there will be some more money involved, but this will give us some peace of mind. And as far as maintaining the current machines, I think Dr. Koma.
Yes,
sir. Are you
sir.
around?
Yes, sir.
You are the best person. Why don't you speak on CNC and whatnot? The workshop. He is, by the way, Dr. Koma is an associate professor in mechanical and currently the in charge of mechanical workshop also, as well as the CAM lab.
We have certain number of computer-aided manufacturing, that is CNC machines are there, sir, but they are capable of working only with the aluminum components and woodwork pieces just for the demonstration. And we have working vertical machining center, lathe machines are there. But probably the students are looking for to make the components of iron, mild steel or some other piece. So the cost of them are more than 50 lakhs each. Either it can be vertical machining center or.
And yeah, sorry, by the way, 95 was inquiring about a metal printer, or is it just a plastic printer? Sorry, I said for a plastic printer. There's no mechanical, no metal printer.
No, sir. We also meant a plastic printer. Metal printer is really costly, and I don't think we are trained to handle it too. So we are not asking for it.
No, not you, but maybe Mr. Sudhir was inquiring.